Hello, today I'm going to show you how to make homemade donuts with orange glazing. Now the first thing you want to do is take a packet of instant active yeast and just mix it with some warm water. More like your room temperature, not too hot, not too cold, somewhere. Make it work fine. You just want to mix it, let it sit for like 5 to 10 minutes until it gets nice and foamy. I'm just mixing it up to make sure it's all well dissolved. I'm a bit finicky about it, as you can see. And after the 5 to 10 minutes, you want to add your milk. Now it's just a cup and 1/4 of milk. Room temperature, of course. 3 eggs at room temperature. Just give it a stir till it's well combined. Now this part's going to go a little bit fast here. You want to add half a cup of sugar, tablespoon of vanilla extract, 2 teaspoons of salt. Give that a mix. Now, my video didn't record when I added the butter, but you want to add 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter, soft, at room temperature as well. Just cut it up in nice little cubes. Then you want to add the 5 cups of flour slowly, a cup at a time. Just keep mixing it. I'm just making sure we get all the flour well cooperated before we add the other ones in. And it's the spatula going around the edges. As you see, it's mixing well nicely. Here I am adding another cup, slowly but surely. Now the goal is to get the dough nice and thick and sticky so it doesn't stick to the bowl anymore, it sticks mostly to the hook. Now of course the bottom of the dough is still going to be on the bowl because of how my hook is designed. It doesn't really reach the bottom very well. Now the thing is to get it somewhat sticky and tacky dough. Now it's going to be a real sticky dough. As you can see here, still sticking to the bottom of the bowl, but that's fine. You don't want to overbeat it or become too thick and glutinous. Just scoop it out of the bowl, put it on a plate. I probably should have floured the plate first, but that was my mistake. And you just want to move it around, knead it a bit to make sure it's well incorporated. I'm just making sure it's nice and even. There's no flour, so I'm just looking at it. And I'm squishing it down as fat as possible. See, most of the flour is sticking to the dough, not my hands. There's some flour on my hands still, some of the dough. That's fine. And once you get a nice pat down, cover it in a tea towel and let it sit for like an hour to 2 hours until it's double in size. Move the tea towel, pat it down a bit more, and let it sit for another hour. Now of course you want to get the glaze. This is orange glazing, so you want to cut your oranges and juice them. Now you can use any glazing you want, any liquid. You want to strain it to make sure there's no pulp in it, as so. Now of course when you make glazing you use any liquid you want. I'm just using 3 tablespoons and 1/3 cups of powdered sugar. It's 1 cup and 1/3 powdered sugar, so. Just mix it all up till it's all well combined and dissolved in the 3 tablespoons of liquid that you chose. Now I'm choosing orange juice here, of course, it's orange glazed. Now of course you use more liquid, you have to use more powdered sugar. But the ratio should be the same most likely. As you see, the dough is doubled up a bit. I'm taking it off the plate. Throw it on a little worksheet covered in flour. Now you don't want to use too much flour. I probably did here, so you want to use a little less, just a pinch or a hand, not a handful. As you'll see, I'm kind of wiping some of it off. Turn it around, roll it out till it's about a half an inch thick. You don't want to over roll it or become too thick and glutinous, and the donuts won't be nice and fluffy on the inside. And you want to take your donut cutter. Now you want to cut it as close to the edge as possible, and close to the other donuts as possible as well. So that's why there's less scrapped over it. So you don't want to keep re-rolling the dough out, or again the donuts won't be as fluffy when they fry up. So the less time you have to re-roll the scrapped, the better the donuts will be. So let's keep doing that until you get all the dough cut into donuts. As you see here, it's getting closer and closer. Once all the donuts are cut, you want to let them sit on a plate, cover the towel again, for about 30 minutes until they double in size as well. Now you want to get your frying oil up to 375 and put the donuts in there. Now this is going to happen fast. You want to do like 30 seconds on each side. Now I'm using chopsticks because that's the best way to do it. You flip them over and you grab them from the center and pull them out. As you'll see here, see how easy that is? Picture perfect. That's how you fry the donuts. Now the donut holes that you take out, you just want to drop them in there. Now the camera angle did shift a bit because I actually hit my camera and almost knocked it into the oil. So I didn't set it back right, but the donut holes just keep moving around until they get mostly cooked. They won't be even on the side because they're round, they flip around and it's kind of hard to flip them over. So just use the wire basket to take them out. Once everything's all fried up and cooled down a bit, you can hold it by hand. You want to start dipping in your glaze. You want to do it before it gets too cold or the glaze won't melt on it, and that's what you want to do. Just keep dipping them in there, use your hands. See, now all full up. That's how I used all the glaze. I used a bit of leftover glaze to cover up the donut holes. Now I'm using chocolate glaze. Now this is just a chocolate topping I had in the cupboard. It's not really homemade or anything, so here you go. Homemade donuts and glaze. Now I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoyed the food. Thank you for watching.